Hi, welcome to Open Minded with Teemara. So, I wanted to hit on some topics. This year has gone so fast. Now, this is December, and it has been a roller coaster ever since the portal got opened by Cat William. I have to say it. If we've been going through a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and as you all could see, that there have been confession, there have been so many different things have happened in media that shocked most of us. But I wanted to have a conversation in regards to what's next for our Black men and Black women. For the past couple months, it has been a tussle in trying to figure out who's going to vote, what we're going to do, and we all figured it out now. Now that the election is over, 92% of Black women voted, 80% of Black men voted. We've been going at each other's throat on social media. It's been very hard to watch ongoing dispute and debates between our men and our women. So now that, like I said, the election is over, what's next? B.P.W.N, Black people, what's next? So that's why I took to the street to ask the question. I went around September and I asked, who were you voting for? And different people gave their different views.
If I could be honest and transparent, I don't know who I'm voting for yet, honestly. Like she said, it's like picking the lesser of two evils.
Kamala. I will vote for Kamala because the country is only like directed by men. And I think that we need like a woman perspective of life. So it's definitely the choice I would go for.
As a Black African American woman in America, neither party has done anything for me. I'm gonna be honest. Democrats, they believe in abortions. I don't believe in abortions. I believe in children deserve to have lives and be something better. And I think they're trying to honestly X us out, the Black community.
So I'm voting for Trump. I have a lot of very interesting views about it, but the reason why is because I'm more like business focused. So a lot of the tax, like write-offs, a lot of the tax cuts is something that I'm looking towards the future.
Kamala Harris. Her rights on between women, she truly believes that anything that has to do with a woman's body should be their choice and their choice only. Nobody, not the government's choice, not anybody else's choice. It should be only a woman's body's choice if they choose to do whatever they please with their own body.
And recently, I went out to ask what's next for 2025.
We need to stick together more than ever because poverty is going to come at a high rate. If you are not working, educated, and technology will be more something you have to worry about if you're not inclined more than politics.
What is next in our community? What are our next goals? What are our next plans? Because honestly, for the past, I'm going to say this. Don't come for me in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. For the past 4 years, I will say this during the pandemic. Since the podcast dropped in our community, we have been going crazy on them. From the negative conversation that are not helpful to our community, from women and men decided to get on podcasts and share their opinion, and which is very refreshing to get everybody's view. I have no problem with it. But when I think about it, it has been very divisive. Meaning, you have men out here bashing women, telling them, their body counts or they're single mothers. You have women out here telling men he needs to have money, make $100,000. They're not doing 50-50. And when it all said and done, none of these things are helpful to our community. If anything, we are less in getting married more than ever. Procreation has been at an all-time low. And when it comes to the village, when it comes to our community, no one is focusing on any of that. We're more going this way instead of this way. So this is why this topic came up today, and this is why I chose to have this discussion, because we got to do better. We have to figure out another way. I understand podcasts are used to have conversation, and they're important. There are a lot of things I've learned through, listening to different people share their views. But if it's going to help us, then we need to put out stuff that makes sense. And what I'm looking at is the young 16-year-old or 20-year-old or 25-year-old are paying attention to the grown people in the room. And most of our conversation are not helpful at times. Our young men are not seeing any leadership. They're only hearing women ain't this. Our young women definitely not seeing any leadership. They're only hearing men ain't this. So what's the next move? So this is why I decided to, just go into this topic of trying to see how we could help to make a better decision for 2025. Let's have some better conversations. So I wanted to make sure if I'm going to be the change, start with myself. If I want to make some type of change, start with myself. So this is why I rather use my podcast, my show, to share some type of refreshing discussion in our community because it's needed. It's needed now more than ever. And I want to hear from different people. Like I said, I'm not perfect. We all have different flaws, but let's try to perfect how we deal with each other because lately it's horrible. Lately it is horrible. When I speak to all my friends that are single, they're complaining about the same thing, men and women. It is so hard to find a genuine individual, especially if you're from the age of 30 and want to get married and have children. It's hard. If you're even in your 20s, it's hard because everyone has different agenda and the agendas are it's fine to have different agenda, but now it's more where people are saying, I don't care to be married. I don't care to have a relationship. I want to get my bag, and that's fine. But the family structures are not being, echoed loud in our community. So that's why I want to have this conversation. So I decided to bring some guests on to share the topic. Now, I want to know if you watch the show, let me know in the comments how you feel and what you think could bring us to be better to each other in 2025. Share your thoughts. Don't feel afraid to share your thoughts. Let us know. Because honestly, I think better communication is going to help. Because honestly, beating up on each other on social media is not helping. It's not helping. When I go on dates, all you hear is the men that are guarded and angry, or the women. When I don't date women, but when I go on a date with the men are so guarded with their anger. It's ridiculous. And I'm not the only woman that's going through this. And I'm sure men are going through the same thing. So I have my guests on to share his thoughts, both of them, on what they feel could be better for us in our community. And also just share how they feel about 2024. Now that the election is over and we finished doing this to each other, let's figure out how we could do this. So I wanted to bring a guest in to talk to me about what's the next plan. B.P.W.N, Black People What's Next for 2025. So I decided to reach out to a couple friends of mine that are very vocal on social media, especially one named Marcus and Banni. I decided to have him on as well. But I wanted to start off with you, Marcus. Now that the election is over, now that the smoke is clear, this year was crazy. Before I even go into the election part, the portal that was open this year with all the honesty, with all the, release of everyone sharing their different situations. Because this year, I believe a portal was open. Okay. I don't know. Meaning when Cat William opened the portal and said, this is the year of the truth. So okay. We've learned a lot. We've seen a lot. From my opinion, I believe it's time for us we are all released and let out. It's time for us to now focus on being more better to each other. Do you think? What do you think? Especially our men and our women. Mm-hmm.
Being better to each other, like what? What you mean?
How we communicate with each other on social media. It's the single marketplace.
Single?
The single marketplace as well is struggling.
I mean, if we're talking about like the dating or trying to get each
everything
other,
and all the podcasts that help to destroy the dating market.
Like when it comes down to that, as far as dating process is concerned, people don't know what they want. They all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Especially like even you get to the pop the balloon thing, like you popping a balloon because somebody dressed a certain way. Like you're not really looking for something. I mean, I get it. But at the end of the day, I wasn't always dressed accordingly, and like a woman helped me to dress better. But that was, if that's the downfall, like if that shit is all ends all. Yo, you don't like the way you dress, but you do everything else right. Your priorities is messed up.
So you think that this market time that we're in, the dating market, with everything that's going on, do you think the podcast conversation play a huge role in what's been going on?
I think people that don't have their own mind plays a problem in what's going on. If you looking at social media and leading your life and running through social media, then you got a problem. Most of the people the most inspirational quotes and the most inspirational people most of the time are the worst type of people for real. You know what I'm saying? Like you might get a quote from Shayna, the baddest 1, 2, 3, and she got 6 kids and 18 baby fathers, but she got the best quote going viral. Like I'm just like, you serious? You know what I'm saying? And you got hypocritical people, dudes who, you know what I'm saying, that go on a podcast preaching X, Y, and Z, but live a different lifestyle. A lot of it is a facade. A lot of it is fake. Social media, for the most part, a lot of times be fake.
But some of it trickle into real life.
And that's the problem. People are then taking that, making that their life and applying it. You be in a relationship with somebody and you sending me a quote from Shayna 1234, the one, you know what I'm saying, like, and or anything to that nature. So yeah, you got to understand social media and other things can't be what guides your life. You gotta find something stronger to do that. But nowadays too, when you think about it, even for the kids, it's just the generation is jacked up, man. Like who y'all listen, grown women in their upper 30s and 40s listening to Glorilla and inspired by her. Respectfully, shout to Glorilla and her music, you know. But that's for her. Who she got to look up to? She got nobody to look up to. You know what I'm saying? Like these generations have nobody. The kids don't got nobody to look up to. That's why even the music is different, right? Because before you can you know, like when we were younger, like back, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you had a song that's expressing exactly what you feeling.
Yeah.
And then you can release, you know what I'm saying? And
how
like,
you feel in a positive
right.
way.
And or, you know, send that to this person, send that to that person, just go through the motions. Somebody felt you and blase, oh, you know, they don't got, you know, because even the parent figures are not there, et cetera, et cetera. So, but now they don't got nothing, and their release is by hitting somebody, saying some craziness, calling a woman out her name, all dudes ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera.
That's why I wanted to at least, you know, you see everything you just said.
Yeah.
That's the issues that I'm looking at, and I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that all of these things that are happening, we haven't progressed. Like, just let's think of the last 4 years. You know, I used to say the government had to drop the podcast into our community like the crack era. I always make a joke about it, but I'm wondering, what is it that it helped us? Where did it help us? Because it's more negative than ever. You hear men get on social media and literally tell women single mothers are for recreation and they're not valuable. Most people, and because they're not good enough. A lot of times there's single people that got into a relationship and they break up. It doesn't mean that she was a streetwalker. It doesn't mean that any of that. It could be so many different things that happen to that woman while she's a single mother. For us now to drag each other and speak on these things and make it normalized, the younger generation, like this young man, Banni, that's here, that is paying attention to these conversations, he's being molded by this discussion. So that's why I worry about the younger people. And so I wanted you also here to have this discussion with us, because I think about it. If you're hearing all these things about single mothers and are no good, if you're hearing women are no good, if you're hearing just run through them, how does it affect you? Of all these things that you're hearing on social media?
I mean, I think like it depends where you look for real. You know, and like social media has a way of keeping you in the same bubble. So if you're consuming one type of thing, you're gonna keep consuming that type of thing. It's gonna keep feeding you. You know, but I mean, for me, for the most part, I'm not really watching these like relationship podcasts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to my niggas and we having the same issues and we run into the same types of girls. And we trying to figure out how to navigate a world where, you know, we came up, we with our moms, we know what our moms is like. And not to say like, you know, yeah, your woman is not your mother. You know what I'm saying? But your mother is an example of a woman. You know what I'm saying? And your father for a girl is an example of a man. And I feel like really the problems in our generations, fuck the podcast, fuck all that shit. It started in the cribs and in the homes where, you know, girls ain't have their dads and dudes ain't have their dads, and or maybe they ain't have their moms, and there's never that balance. So when you don't have a good example of what you're really looking for, you know, you always gonna hear your moms complain about your pops. You always gonna hear your pops complain about your moms. And now I feel like that's what's really being internalized. You know what I'm saying? Because like
projecting it out on
yeah,
each other.
and we projecting it on each other, and now we like, yo, fuck these bitches. They just move all like this. And fuck these niggas. They all move like this. And it's really just like, you miss your pops or you miss your moms or you ain't have a certain example of a good relationship
With your parents.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just hard to move with that on your spirit. Like he said, you know, if you don't got your own mind, you're not going to be able to navigate this internet shit. Because this internet shit is nasty.
And just like he's saying, it's like, yo, you know, who, like I said, who he got to look up to? Like, who can he look for as an example? Like, you know what I'm saying? If everybody lost, who's he who's he looking for? You know what I mean? Like, yo, all right, cool. Like it takes experience. It takes life experience and growth to understand, like, yo, this is what's happening and this, but you got these older people who still been through the experience,
And the
but they ain't some of them still ain't learned nothing. And or yes, they're reflecting, or they don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, articulate their emotions.
Yeah, so they project their own
You know what I'm saying?
anger
Right. And that ends up going out there. So now you acting like I ran into somebody the other day, like he about 47, he in the bar, he chilling out, he talking about, yeah, you know, but he's still acting tough. If you still act tough at 47, you got a misconception of life, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got kids. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you still acting? Why, if you still got, if at 47 you got anything in your 40s, upper 30s, you got to prove that you're tough. You're not that tough, and it doesn't even make sense.
I agree.
What you're doing, that energy is you're misdirecting the energy. But so that's what it is. This generation, I just feel like just with everything is going on, it gotta honestly. It seems like it's gonna have to die out and get generation, and you got the right
not, but I
path to get into where you need to get. Because look at what you gonna do. Look at the music.
Well, hopefully some of us wake up.
Oh no, some of us will wake up.
Hopefully some of us wake up. Now you're an artist yourself. You're an artist.
Yeah.
And you know, share who you are.
I'm Banni. I'm an artist. I'm an audio engineer. I make music. I call it soul music.
I'm sorry. So with everything for your age.
Yeah.
For your age, right? You're in your 20s, your early 20s. And how was it like with dating female?
Oh.
Be honest.
It's not fun. It's whack. I mean, at least for me, I can't fake shit. Like, and I'm not good at maintaining multiple shit too. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's either you with what I'm with, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Got you.
So it's like, you know.
So is it harder for you are the girls requiring for you to make a certain amount of money? Or they?
I'm not even gonna lie. As a dude, like, there is no shortage of pussy. Like, there is no shortage of some nice to lay up with, you know what I'm saying? Some warm and some wet. But at the end of the day, as a man, like, you know, I feel like, at least for me, I done had to, you know, I have my fun. I'm not saying I'm done having fun by any means, but I'm saying, like, I realize where the real value is and why men need a good woman. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a good woman is gonna make you better in whatever you're doing. And like, you know, if you chase your dream, you need somebody there with you. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to help big you up and make you feel like the realest nigga. I'm not gonna lie, like, a good woman is gonna make you better, you know? But it's not a lot of those. So 9 times out of 10, you know, you might be dealing with something that's really just draining you. Because as a man, you the resource, you the head honcho, and, you know, you give a lot. And a lot of these girls, they takers. And I think there's a balance in male and female relationships. You know, we protect and we provide, right? But like, I feel like women are supposed to be nurturers, and they losing recipes. They not nurturing, and they
so
not.
most of the younger women from your generation are not nurturing at all.
Yeah,
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
They're leeching.
They leeching.
Absorbing.
They
and
leeching.
They're like a bounty sponge.
Yeah.
Sucking life out of it.
And it's like anything that you could say or find or be like, yo, you know, just the natural traditional shit of, yo, like, maybe don't wear that, or like, yo, blah, blah, blah. It's, I'm a narcissist, or it's like, you know, they got these words for shit. You feel me?
Now, you know what the new words is now?
What's that?
I'm overstimulated.
Overstimulated.
He's just overstimulated.
Overstimulated.
Now.
There we go.
I'm tired of hearing that. I just feel so overstimulated.
You know, it's demure.
Like, yo,
they got a new vocab word and they all running with the same shit. How you demure? You half naked in the club. You know what demure mean?
Right. Yeah,
like,
so pretty much.
So
I must keep going back to saying that social media played a huge role in that.
Hell yeah.
It played a huge role in it. So that's why, you know, and unfortunate we have to have the discussion, because it's not making us think of the future of having a family value, family structure.
I mean, for me, shit, I want a family. I want some
and
kids.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing that you want a family.
I think that woman is out there, but
something that he said earlier. You got to travel. You got to see the world. Because I'm not gonna lie, New York, it's a certain type of people that you're gonna run into. And
I don't even know why people from the South come get girls from New York. Respectfully,
yeah,
it's like, yo, yeah. You eventually somebody gonna tell you to suck their dick. Like,
yeah,
No, I have
no home training.
As a New Yorker, I have to push back on that.
This is New York.
I have to push back on that as a woman from New York. There are women.
I want me a nice.
You're speaking of a subgroup of women. You're speaking on a percentage of women that are out here that carry themselves like that. But then you have the women that are like me that are not going to talk like that.
It's not. Of course, it's not.
So it's a subgroup of women. So we want to be clear that it's not all of New York women.
Majority rules that it's like it's wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you know what I mean. So it's best that sometimes, like he said, you got to step out and go, you know, at least when I get in an argument with her,
but if I had some women here right now, they probably would be saying the same thing. Because the struggle is real on both sides.
They're going to say something in an aggressive manner that's basically, that's just going to be wild aggressive.
Again, not all women. This is just his thought on the subgroup of women that he come across.
No, I didn't say all women.
Not all women. I'm just clarifying it.
I think it's also just the culture of the city too. Like, New York niggas is a certain way. And when we go places, we get seen a certain way.
That's true.
You know, and it's just like, it is what it is. Not to say I got anything against New York women. I love New York women. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I think everybody should take time to travel, take time to have new experiences and see what's really going on.
Your person is probably in, respectfully, Tokyo. Your person is probably in
okay,
LA.
passport, bro.
Your person is, you know what I'm saying?
We out to Colombia. What you mean?
Colombia is wicked. Colombia wicked.
Wait, yo, I got a question though. I've been seeing this Cooking with Kaya girl going viral. Y'all seen that shit?
What?
Cooking with Kaya? Oh, so this is probably like my generation.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, so it's this girl Cooking with Kaya, right? She got this cooking show. Well, not a cooking show, but she be on the reels and on the TikToks. And she cooks. You know, she cook a recipe and she a little cutie. She shake her ass a little bit and boom, boom. So, you know, her videos be going viral. And the dudes is like, yo, like, Kaya, I love you. Like, I need it. This is the type of woman I need, blah, 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 right?
So you feel like the women of your generation are not showing that side of themselves where they're cooking in the kitchen, where
this is the thing. In the comments, it's dudes who's like, yo, I need you. The woman is hating on her bad. They talking about she does everything for male approval. She's this, she's that.
So
and she just
what's
cooking.
going on. The reason why most of these things are happening.
But she is shaking her ass though.
She probably is. But I'm gonna tell you
a lot
what
of bitches are shaking their ass.
The woman
I didn't see it, but I'm gonna tune
it.
So the reason why most of this is going to a place where some women are defensive and saying no, the feminist movement has taken over social media in a lot of ways. And I'm talking about the far right feminist movement, or left feminist movement that, you know, they feel like, no, we're not doing this. We could do it ourselves. That type of women. So it's a lot of women like, why are you sucking up to him? Why are you doing this too much? You're doing too much. You know, so they shame the woman that want to cook for the men. They shame the woman that want to be affectionate to the men. They feel like, oh, you're too weak. You stand up. So that's what's happening. So a lot of women
it's like
feel
you don't need a man.
But it's not. You see,
fuck
that
bitches.
part happened.
I'm gonna
because,
tell you a fact. I just was talking about this with this young lady, beautiful young lady, and I'm not talking about her, but this is a fact. How we was trying to get to the bottom of, because she even said like, yo, I want to care about somebody like with my heart and blah blah, like, but I guess she grew up a certain way and like she kind of got to basically sit down and talk to somebody. I suggested to get to the root of it, but she loves her compassion comes from if the money. She loves she don't even have an emotional connection. Like she could care less about an emotional connection. It's about money.
For her.
Her vibe, her energy and love comes from if the money is there or not.
So you gotta,
like you know what I'm saying? It's a disconnect.
So this is what happened. You know,
like
I said
other
this,
than that, she just don't care. And
I said this today, and
reflect
unfortunately, it's sad that I'm gonna have to say it, but I said it to a friend today on the phone, and I said, you know, hypergamy wasn't fully practiced by Black women.
What's that?
So hypergamy is when you date up. It's when you look for the money and make sure he has all the attributes that you want, so that you can survive. So women will date up instead above them instead of dating somebody probably on the same page with them financially. But that was practiced by, and please don't come for me in the comments or wherever. That was practiced mostly by European women.
Yeah,
that
for
was
sure.
practiced more by women of different culture. When it comes to black women fully wasn't practicing hypergamy. Our mother wasn't telling us to go marry.
At the same time, back in the day, we was slaves, right?
No, but back in the days we worked together. We were accepting
Right.
our man if he was a farmer
Yeah.
or
But
whatever.
I
a
feel like
garbage
it probably
collector.
depend on like how far back.
No, but this is
about.
what's happened ever since social media, and I'm gonna put it on social media, and I'm gonna put it on some of the people that are out here pushing this thought process of he got to have the bag, he got to make 100. That's all practice of hypergamy, and I do believe that that was never us. So the younger generation of women, or even the older, they're running with it, saying he got to have this to show me something. And it's because they're not understanding that those women that practice it, their grandmother, great grandmother told them, in order to get into our family or to be married to us, where he come from? Is his father, the family is doctor. So it's a generational thing with them. With us, we always had to build from scratch. With our people, we always had to build from scratch. Not that they didn't have to, but they practice where it's more cultural for them to say, you know what, the Thomas family, not the Thomas family, the Clarence family or whatever, the son is going to be a doctor. Okay, we're going to bring them in our family and we build together. Or, they were programmed. It was a program way of doing things. With us, we didn't have that. We didn't do it that way. Not that we didn't do it that way traditionally in the ancient time, but I'm talking about of recently. Our generation of people have been destroyed in so many ways. Structure has been destroyed in so many ways, right? So it was never practice where, make sure you marry a doctor. Your mama wasn't telling you to go marry a doctor. Teachers, just find somebody that's good, baby, you build life together with. That's what our parents would tell us. It's of the past, I would say the past 10 to 20 years, you hear women saying he got to have the bag. He got to make 100,000. He got to this. And that's what's causing the problem, because most of our men did not come from a gold spoon, did not come from economic wealth. We had to our parents had to figure it out. Our parents had to put their coins together to build something. We're losing that part of things now.
Yeah, and then absolutely, because it's all about getting how you live, etc. And it's like it's the audacity too. And I was having a conversation with one of my female friends. I'm like, the audacity of you to want this man with all this money and et cetera, and so established, and for him to just want you and just have your one vagina. The audacity of that. Who do you think you are?
But it's not impossible for him to want one vagina.
But who do you think you are? This man,
because
that
Disney
you coming
World
into his life, but he built. And I did this for you to come here and think you the golden child, that because you that queen, that when you come here, you're gonna have this faithful man that's just gonna cater to you and switch you off. Nah, that's how you looking for whatever. He may be like, yo, this is my world.
But you gotta understand.
So why
a lot of us,
I got money, I got privilege. That's how degenerate the society is right now. I get what you're saying, but it ain't like that no more.
The program,
and it's like
I'm going to Colombia.
You gotta have
money. And it's like you wasn't here for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't the nurturer.
So you gonna get
who
that,
helped
man.
me through this. And now I got this. Like, yeah, you could have some, you could stick around, but
I'm gonna go do.
Well, the mentality is that I'm the princess. Some women, not all women. The mentality is that I'm the princess, I'm the prize, and
ladies, you're not the prize.
A lot of women, and y'all gotta understand.
You came looking for me,
but you gotta understand. Fantasy has been programmed to women from an early age.
Yes, that's
from an
true.
Early age, from Disney World, and from the TV that we watch, would tell us we're princesses.
And I had to teach my daughter
He should
that.
come and pick us up and take care. That's a fantasy.
I had a conversation with my daughter about that because she got a little fake boo thing that she want to have. I said, I have a real quick. Let me tell you something. You don't know how many girls he's looking at, because you got to understand. Like, I said, a girl's thing is to have the white picket fence, Cinderella, be married. A boys, once we get horny, we zip, you know what I'm saying?
Clarity comes.
We will find the one that we like and be overly obsessive, etc. Don't get it twisted. But for the most part, if you got options, you're gonna play them options. That's just how it is. So we just thinking about tail, especially with our hormones kicking. You just walk around with an erection for no reason. The wind blow. You're like,
I get that. I totally get that.
So
but the question I want to ask both of you: do you think that with all of what's happening, with the struggle that you deal with your younger generation, with the struggle that you deal what we deal with our generation right now, do you think that we could get into a better place?
It would take everybody on the same page. It's hard right now because there's a group of people that want to do it. Don't get it twisted. There's definitely a group of people, but it's going to take the adults to act like adults and be adulting.
I agree.
And then so now the younger generation can see, okay, cool, because ultimately, you know, you had somebody every now and again to look up to when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? You had like, all right, cool, this is a good example, X, Y, and Z, whatever. But like he said, there's a lot of there's so many young grandmothers right now. There's so many disconnected because everybody just want to have sex and bust a nut and keep it. There's so many broken households. So it's, that's hard because even if you're 35 or you're a grandmother, you still, you know what I'm saying?
Still young.
You still in the club. Eventually you in the club with your daughter, or you in the club with your son. Like it's twisted right now. So
it's hard. It's hard. What do you think?
I think I think it just takes realizing that, for the ladies, realize that you're not the prize, and for the men, realize you're not the prize neither. The prize is a happy, healthy relationship.
Both of you.
So it's like, nah, not even.
No?
The prize is good life. The prize is happiness, fucking wealth, and peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're doing that's not going to take you there is not the prize. So if you think you're the prize and you're not peace, how you the prize? You're not the prize for me. You know what I'm saying?
Young man.
Like, and the same goes for men, same goes for women. I think everybody's just a little too big-headed.
I agree with that.
We all just like looking for what we could gain out of shit.
And a lot of people are not living in reality. A lot of our people are not living in reality.
Like living in the Matrix.
Everybody is caught up in this whole thing that they're looking for. They get on social media, and I don't want to only blame social media. It plays a huge part in it because you think you can get better than who came and liked you at first. You know what? I could get somebody better looking than you. So let me try for a better looking person. So no one takes the time to genuinely say, you know what?
You know what
You're
it is,
a nice
too?
person. I like you. Nobody's doing that.
You know what it is, too? We see, like, as men, we see too much. Like, we see too many women. More women than our brain is even built to be able to comprehend and withstand. You know what I'm saying? Like, first, you live in a big-ass city. You seeing beautiful women every day. You on social media, you seeing beautiful women every day that are nowhere near you. You on the phone, you a girl, you seeing rich-ass niggas. You always seeing somebody richer than your nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a
and
dude.
You know what? Back in the days before, when you was a baby and before you was born, it was, if I met that one person, remember when you meet that one person, you on the phone with that one person, you get to know that one person, you hold on to their little phone number in your book bag or whatever, or your purse, and you go home and call them, and you and them build a rapport, you plan where to meet. You were both focused on that one individual that was attractive and you really liked. You might have two people in your phone, but now the option is beyond. The option is you could have 10 to 20 people that's liking you. And if you want to act up, no problem. And especially if you're a serial dater, no problem. Somebody else will
that
take
just
over.
happened the other day. I'm like, why?
Exactly.
Got
Case
you.
in point.
But here's the thing. I'm that guy though. I'm the one, I'll take just one. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But you act too cute. You cannot act like you the best thing on the planet because there's somebody better. And once you get that, I don't care how pretty you are, because I deal with attractive women. Like most, 98% of the time, the woman I'm dealing with, she's a bad joint. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can move on to the next one, but I just want to vibe with you. But I want to rock with you, and I show you that I want to rock with you, and then you end up doing some dumb shit, and then or acting like you the best thing on the place. So then, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go over here because I'm not pressed, and now I got options. All right, cool. You're not.
And not only that too, cosmetic play a huge role. The girl that was in high school back in the days that might have had the flat booty, didn't have
now
the
they getting their bodies done,
didn't get the attention that she wanted when she was younger.
Yeah.
The titties was not as perky. She's able to pay a couple $100 and get that done. Couple thousands. She's able to get the booty done. She's able to change her teeth. She's able to change her hair. She's able to
I
become
had
the
a couple of
woman
those too.
that she able to become the woman that she always wanted. And now her mindset is, I don't have to deal with the regular. I could find
Right,
somebody
because you got a bunch
where
of
I'm
dudes,
at.
but you
So, and because she got a bunch of options in her phone,
and then
she
that's
don't
when you
gotta.
fall into getting your feelings hurt because you think he just fucking with you. No, he
It's
got
a bunch
you
of
and a
her.
bunch of options. If I'm a rich dude,
but this is the thing though.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah,
But this is
if
the
you a
thing,
rich
y'all
dude,
gotta
you gonna
understand.
know.
No, but this is the thing. It's the same with the man that make a lot of money, that was a sucker in high school, that wasn't getting the pussy like he used to, or never got it. Not that he used to. He never really got it like that. He didn't get the attention that he wanted when he was younger. And now his money is up. He's been at the gym.
Yeah,
He's listening to a bunch of podcasts that's encouraging him and telling him he's the prize every day. So now he's self-aware, thinking, I am that dude. I do have a lot of money. He knows that women out here like men with money. So now his confidence is turned up like the woman that got her titties done, and he's not picking either. So these are two same individuals
Right.
that are doing the same dumb shit.
Yeah, that's definitely a rat race. That's a fact. You know,
You understand what I'm saying?
when you ain't have it, you come up. But honestly, any man that's up, he gonna tell you like, yo, I'm outside. You know what
But
I'm
it's
saying?
still an
Because I can
illusion.
get any type of woman.
But it's still an
young.
illusion for him as well. And I'm
Right,
gonna tell you,
no.
it's a demise too, also for him and her. Because this
Yeah,
is the thing.
I get it.
Anybody that convinced them theirself, a woman or a man, that tell themselves, I could get whatever. We all get old. We all
Yeah, but that money don't get old.
No, even though we all get to an age.
And we get old different.
And we
Right.
do. And let me tell you something. As you get older, your health can decline. So many things. You can have all the money in the world.
sure.
If Mr. Smith ain't looking too hot, that's cute. She probably come and rob you. She could have the perky titties, but if she's sick, her cousins and aunts and
But you
friends
know,
will be at the hospital. Not him.
The old Silver Fox though, like Silver Fox dude, you know, he's still shooting.
That's an illusion. That's an illusion. And I'm gonna break it down.
He might not be happy, but I'm saying like
never
biologically, like he's still shooting.
It's an illusion also.
You know, so it's like
not all of them. Not all the Silver Foxes. I'm sorry, don't come for me in the comments.
I think,
but not all of them. Because if Mr. Silver Fox was Sean or Dwayne in his 30s, drinking Hennessy, not taking care of his health, he is shooting smoke in his late Silver Fox years. Now he might have a couple women on his arms, going out with him, hanging out with him, rubbing his ego, telling him, "Daddy, whatever." But he's shooting smoke. Huh?
That's what he pays for.
That's what he pays for, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's still a lonely road. Don't get it twisted. It's a lonely road for both of them.
I mean,
yeah, that's a fact.
Eventually, it's a lonely road.
Both men,
if you're not
women,
focusing on family, if you're not focusing on treating people right around you, like I was a social worker, I still am, but I worked as a guardianship social worker, and I could count every patient that I had that were men. They all kept saying, "I wish I focused on the family." There were not one that I came across that was like, I like being alone and single and have no family and getting robbed by my home health aide. That's the outcome. If you don't have family that you focus on, if you don't have people that you care about, and it ain't got to be a relationship, just community. The end is a lonely road.
For sure.
And I've seen it.
Yeah, now you definitely got to have somebody you would want to have.
You would want to.
You know what I'm saying? But again, it's all the generation from top to bottom is twisted. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you get the relationship thing. That's like a whole different topic in itself. But that's a fact though.
Yeah. So in the end, even though like I'm trying. You're the younger man that's in this room right now, right? The outcome, if you don't focus on family, if you don't focus on structure, if you don't focus on making sure you're financially successful for yourself.
Facts.
The road is empty and lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let no one tell you no different. It's empty and lonely. Now, that's why I wanted to have this discussion, because I wanted to focus on, the next chapter, 2025, the next chapter that's coming in. Like I was saying earlier with the election, that was crazy, and we all know the outcome of the election, right? We know the outcome. Now, it was 92% of women that voted and 80% of our men that voted. On social media, you see a lot of women, Black women, upset with their men, not realizing that the men did go out and vote. They did go out and support. They did do the work. Now that we realize as a community that we could work together, This is my question to you both. 2025, what are your suggestions that we really could focus on for the next 4 years to make us in a better direction?
Are you speaking of the African American man, like the
Yeah,
culture man?
and
Or-
women.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I, I think we speaking about this off camera. Dr. Umar, as animated as he is, he got it. He got it right, and it's about being pro-black and supporting black in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Not even in a sense, just in general. And just like putting money into black business, putting the family culture, the family structure back into the black. Just like every other culture has their structure.
Mm-hmm.
They stick together. We like the only culture that really doesn't stick together for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's really what it's going to take. Like, listen, supporting black and really like stop hating on each other, stop hurting each other, stop talking to each other crazy. All right, yeah, she might be this type of way. Yeah, he might be this type of way, but try to guide them gently into the right type of way. Once the majority starts going a different direction, then everybody else will lead. Like, all right, so this is cool to do now. Right? Because if now this looks like it's cool to do act the fool, then I'm gonna act the fool. I'm gonna be on Zeus Network. You know what I'm saying? But if it looks cool to do this, go this direction, then we're gonna go this direction. So the majority gotta start moving in that direction and stop letting the distractions happen. That's really what you gotta do.
That makes sense. Because it's only a subgroup of us that's out here that's on Zeus. It's only a subgroup of us that's out here that want to do the foolery and act crazy.
Did you ever seen you ever seen the auditions?
No, I've seen it, but the pictures that's painted out
you know what I'm saying, trying to be, and all it's ignorance.
But the picture that's painted is like it's all of us. It's not.
Right.
It's a small subgroup of people that act like that, And
then we got to make it start looking cool. Like, make it, because it is cool. Ultimately, it's cool. I mean, going around fighting, calling yourself a baddie is
it's just crazy. It's
crazy. Serious? Like, oh, he in a wheelchair fighting. You already disabled.
So you feel like you a mess. So you feel like for us to move forward is about just focusing on economic wealth, focus on being pro-black,
right? Just flip the dynamics. Yeah, absolutely. And
so that's what you focus on.
And then like focusing on good leadership.
And what's your focus?
Being responsible.
Yeah, I mean, I think, of course, financial literacy is important, but I think like keeping the black dollar and making the black dollar move something, like collectively deciding things. I feel like other groups, they have a lot more power, but not that it's like we can't do those things. It's just that we don't, and we don't collectively take stands for anything. Half the time, like, we got a battle to fight over here, but then we fighting ourselves about how we want to fight the battle. And,
that's a struggle.
I think just having our dollars consolidated and cooperating with each other would take us far. If you look at any of the other communities and the minorities in New York, that's what they do. Chinese, they got all the Chinese. The Arabs, they got all the delis. Like, I never seen a black nigga own a deli. Like,
that's sad.
Shit is crazy. I never seen that in my life.
That word is driving me crazy, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I do got a friend that owns a deli though.
Oh, they're out here. They're just not as
I'm sure. I'm sure they
out here.
There's a few of them.
As a majority, a lot of people, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? Like I said, it's the leadership. Leadership in our community is lacking.
Yeah.
It's lacked. Between the man and the woman, the elders are playing with the children. And not literally. Please don't say it like, take it that way. What I'm saying is that the young girls are out here with the older women. Yeah. And nobody know their age limits. Everybody is not showing leadership. See, back in the days, they were a community.
It's for the community.
With the
7
elders.
p.m. Friday. It's 90 for the whole group.
Back in the days, the older women were able to show something. Now, you rarely see the amount of women that's out here focusing on that.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. So what we need to focus on is how we can be leaders. That's really what need to be focused on. Our men really need to pick up the baton of leading in our community and not bashing. Because what I've seen is that a lot of men, you got to be stern. You got to, these are not children. The women in our communities are not babies that you have to talk down to them.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's just a battle.
It's a battle. It's
a battle. It's a battle with the women as far as looking at them as the financial gain, especially if women are winning financially, and it's a battle as far as the man, getting the respect that he deserves and or feels
self-respect
he
is out the
deserves.
building.
And you can't make a man feel less than a man for whatever, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship.
I get that.
And then from there it's just going to be.
It's just
if
a
your
disrespect
view
on
of
two
respect and everything is finance, and I get it, but if he's not there, especially nowadays, to be honest with you, it's like the woman is making more money than the man.
By design, that was set up by design.
You understand what I'm saying? So he's not going to be able to meet that. And like, I need
and that's why I'm against the whole 50-50 talk. I'm against it. And I'm going to say why I'm against it, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not realistic. It's not. When I hear women get on social media and they say, oh, I'm not doing that 50-50, that woman does not understand the balance between our men and our women. Because no matter how you look at it, your grandmama, your great-grandmama, your aunt, your cousin, they all did 50-50. It's only a small percentage of men and women that made a certain amount of money, and that percentage is small.
And you got to be honest with yourself.
Got to be honest.
The amount of men making that amount of money that you're looking for is slim. And you know how many women they
looking for that one
options
man
that they got now?
So it's not realistic. And this is the thing that y'all got to understand. When I hear 50-50,
you're going to get cheated on.
When I hear the woman that says she doesn't want to do 50-50, economic wealth in our community is not at its greatest. It's not. It's not like you come from a father that made thousands of dollars and left generational wealth from your grandfather, your grandmother. That has not been a thing for us to be saying we're not doing 50-50. And those are all, no offense, those are all European thought process. The woman that's European that come from generational wealth, she can say that. Because she might have an uncle, a dad, or whomever that left her a certain amount of money, that she might have a whole business generational wealth going on, where she can literally talk like that. But the woman that did not come from that, it doesn't make sense. What we were taught was to build with our men. And I can't understand how is that not normalized among us. And because it was programmed for us to be so divisive with each other, where we're fighting each other. Oh, I'm not giving him, I'm not this. There are some brothers out here that you could literally, ladies, that you could literally try to build with. He might make $75,000 and you make $80,000. You're not going to talk to him? Are you not going to be with him? Or you don't want to do 50-50 with him? It's not realistic, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I feel like, at least speaking for myself, like the goal is to be able to take care of my people. Mm-hmm. Like as a man, and my people is my woman, my moms, my pops, my mans. You feel me? Like I feel like as a man, you should have the ambition to want to, help out and understand what it means to be a provider and understand like the love that comes from that. And even and you're not always going to get the thank you that you want to get, but you gain some from it. As a man, just as, a woman has a feeling when she holds a child. I feel like we have things that we lean towards and that we should look for, so that's really a goal. But, if I found a girl that she want to do, we building, you know what I'm saying? And then once we get to a point where I could do what I could do, now, you could go have fun, stay home. You could make a business, do some nail shit, do some,
if you get to that
make
point,
some hair, you know what I'm saying?
It takes time to get to those points.
Nah, of course.
It doesn't come overnight. You have women that are pushing young men his age. Because I have a son the same age as you. I don't want no woman asking my son, he got to have 100,000. He's just making life.
But I think we should strive for that because I think I want
to make it.
I want to be able to.
But you shouldn't want to be requiring my son to have that right away. You just met my son. He should be making 100,000 for you. I think that's not realistic.
But that really just means she don't really like you like that.
That too.
No,
that too. You know what I'm saying? Like she just don't like you that much.
They don't even know how to like you,
and that's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
The ones that's coming like that,
it's like disconnect for emotions. They don't know how to like you.
Yeah.
But it's also a good woman out here that will like you with you making zero. I'm telling you that right now.
But don't be making zero, y'all.
Not 0, 0. You know what I mean? But a woman be out here there are women out here that are willing to work with their men. But I'm not gonna lie, there are some men that will look past, again, because of social media, and he can find a prettier girl in his phone versus her that's not that, aesthetic. She doesn't have all the, and he's weighing the option of she's prettier, she's not, but she could be the one. She has good morals, but she might not look the look.
I feel like if you second guessing it and you thinking about it that much, she's not the one. And there's probably a woman that you really, you know what I'm saying?
What you mean, Marcus? Why you did the face like that?
What on as far as the one? No, you're probably right. No.
You're right.
I don't even know.
I was thinking about something else. I'm like, cause he younger than I got twin daughters. I got daughters. Mm-hmm. And chick, you can come over here. I need you. I don't give a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What you want me to make? I'm gonna make sure my daughters is good before you. Yeah. You can kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. They ask me for more money than you asking me. You bugging. I'm like a ATM to them. So then I gotta sit there and take care of them, take care of you. And for what? Just because you look good? It gotta make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what kind of I gotta know that you here for a right reason for even me. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the facts. This is the secret that a lot of men don't understand. When a woman genuinely like you, and I will always say this, she doesn't require that much from you.
Yeah, I respect it.
When a woman genuinely like you, you know what she required from you? You know what she required from you? She want to see you. Some time. I want to see you. I want to hug you.
Pipe down session.
That too. That's what she requires.
Tongue motion, bro.
She doesn't require that much when a woman genuinely like you. Is when she see you as financial gain. That's when she'll say, I got this problem. I got this money issue. So just always know that when a woman genuinely like you, she's not requiring all that.
But when y'all gotta chill on lead with. I mean, you ain't gotta chill. In fact, no. Keep leading with what you want as far as the finance is concerned, so I can keep knowing who not to fuck with. Please keep doing it, because if this is your first, you see me pull up in my car. I got a Benz. Cool. You see how I'm driving, whatever. And you leading with that? All right, cool. I know who not to invest my energy into. I'm not.
That makes sense.
You're bugging.
That's a fair decision.
That's how you coming across immediately. I'm good. I had one chick tell me like, "Oh, you got daughters, and you try to take care of me. You think you do?" I said, "Nope. Bye. I'm out of here. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? I gotta go." Yes. I can't. You're right. You reminded me. I don't need to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. That's what you reminded me. Like, there you go. Once again, you're right. No, I can't.
I get it.
And whether I can or can't, you're not going to know, because this is the first thing you're thinking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you think you can take? Nope, I'm good. I think you're stressing me out already.
Totally get that. Totally get that. But like I said, if a woman genuinely like you, she doesn't require that much. She requires your time and your respect and how you treat her. That's it. She don't require that much. People make dating and this whole thing difficult.
Understand.
And it doesn't have to.
Here's the difference. It's women.
Don't blame us, because y'all men.
No. You said women don't require a lot. You're right. Women.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
You got women and you got these niches. That's what you got women and and it's a majority of these niches that's running things.
I get it.
There's very few of the women.
But the reason why is because men are attracted to aesthetic. And because they're attracted to that, men are weakened to that. And then they get, oh, she ain't shit after. No, you're so distracted with this, you're not realizing that.
Yeah.
So most of the time, men get themselves caught up because of what they are desired at first, instead of just seeing the red flag. Y'all don't like to see red flag. Y'all look at the red flag after the post clarity comes along.
I don't understand when men. I look at it, but yes, you're right. Majority of men don't like. It's like they think at a certain age you got to stop thinking with your dick, money. You have to stop thinking with your. It's like at a certain age you have to understand the clarity of stop rolling around with your penis and still doing penal situation dumb shit, and now landing yourself in unnecessary situations. At that point, it's just your fault. And then you be mad at shorty. You knew she wasn't shit when you first put your penis in her. You kept doing it. Like, and if you didn't know, then you're an idiot at a certain age.
And now you know.
Respectfully.
Now you know. So it's this part of the show before I close out that I usually do, and let me get it. It's called the lip action. Let me get my lips. Oh, these are my lips, right?
Yep.
So, so I have this part of the show called lip action where you could express what you feel your thoughts are that you want to share. So you can start off. You want to start it off?
Oh, it's my goal.
Yes, your go.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
what you want to say to the ladies out there,
Ain't got no blue
to the
lips?
black women and black men
Oh,
out there?
specifically?
Specifically, because 2025 is coming in.
Black
What
lips.
is it that you want to say to them out there
Um,
on lip action?
lead with respect. Lead with respect. I feel like there's not enough of that, you know, going both ways. And I feel like respect begets respect and love begets love. So lead with what you want.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Here you go, sir.
I got a whole
Let
lips.
me hear your whole lip
This is so
action.
much pause right now. No black lips.
Big lips.
So 2025 is coming in, and BPW, Black People, What's Next? What is information you want to share
Lips sound like
to our men and women?
Information you want to share. Just make better decisions, man. Don't just be so swayed by the wind. You know what I mean? Like, make better. Don't let social media run your life. Don't let, you know what I'm saying, the ignorance on as far as music is concerned run your life. Just lead. You know, be yourself as far as knowing what you want. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for the men and women. You know what I mean? Stop letting the world dictate how you gonna be. Don't be cattle. You know what I'm saying? Now, eventually you be cattle, and then cattle get slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? Be the person that's leading the cattle, so to speak, if that makes sense. So
that's fair.
you need to focus
Well,
on
thank
that.
you for sharing your lip action with us. You can put it right there,
Yeah.
the lips right there. But this is what I have to say. This is what I have to say. You know, 2025 is coming in, and the only thing I could say is for us to be more unite among each other. Focus on being a village. Focus on speaking to our younger generation in a positive way. Let them see us as the example. For the past couple of years, they're not seeing any good example, especially when it comes to social media. They're not. And I'm not saying that there are not people out there that are doing the work and trying to make sure that, you know, message get out there, but they are not put on a podium. They don't go viral. The ones that go viral is if you say the most hurtful things out there, if you say the most cruel things out there, those are the ones that's going viral. And it's unfortunate that it is some of our men and our women that are speaking for our community, people in our community. So it's not helpful. So for the next couple of years, or for next year even, let's focus on speaking more positivity. Let's focus on having, like he said, respect for each other. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on being leaders in our community so the younger people could have an example, because they don't have an example. Or let the positive things go viral. Let this go viral. Let it go viral that we have people that really want to share positive things for our people in our community. And again, this is not against anyone else outside of my community. I'm all open to everyone, because the show is called Open Minded with Teemara. It's open to everyone, every race. I don't want it to come across as if, you know, it's some type of segregation, but the goal is to focus on the people in my community first. That is the goal. Again, thank you for tuning into Open Minded with Teemara. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're able to see a couple of shows that's already out. Please share this with your friends and family. I'm trying to have new shows every other week. Again, this is Open Minded with Teemara. Thank you for my guest, Marcus, and my guest, Banni, to come out. I appreciate you both sharing your thoughts. Again, thank you again for Open Minded with Teemara.